What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the Star Vision YouTube channel. My name is Sebastian, here joined my brother Hugo.
What's up, everyone?
And we are here to preview the Dallas Cowboys training camp in Oxnard, California. With that being said, let's get right into it. First question, what's the player you're most excited to watch?
None other than Deuce Vaughn, 6th-round pick from the Dallas Cowboys. It's not typical that I'd be excited to watch a 6th-round pick, but when he comes in 5'5", and he was extremely productive in college, he had close to 2,000 total yards in college. Nothing gets me more excited than that. Just seeing a little guy just running around the field. It feels about 5'10". He would have been a 1st or 2nd-round pick because he was that good in college. And he's just putting on for the short people at the end of the day. So that's why I'm excited.
Exactly. And how can you not root for a player like this? As you guys know, coming out of college, the Dallas Cowboys scouting department, his dad is on there. He had the opportunity to make the call. And it's just a wonderful story. And we're just rooting for him every step of the way. And hopefully he could, fill in for Zeke and be productive behind Tony Pollard.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Who do you think is the most excited player you're looking forward to watching?
I'm going to go on the defense side of the ball. A second-year player, defensive end, Sam Williams. Last year he was kind of a part of the rotation. Not that big in the rotation, but he had like 19 snaps a game. I'm just excited to see how he continues to develop, not only as a pass rusher, but against the run. And last year, he had 4 sacks and 10 tackles for losses. That is really good, and I'm hoping he could probably take over the Dorrance Armstrong stats and just have him in the rotation with Parsons, Lawrence, and just go after that quarterback. Next question. What's a camp battle you're going to keep an eye on?
I'm looking forward to looking at the defensive tackles because we got some new big boys in the room. We got Mozzie Smith coming in for a 1st-round pick. He's a strong, powerful dude. He's gonna help with the run game. We're bringing back Hankins, who transformed the run defense last year, which was a good addition. And then Osa and Chauncey, continue to progress in that department. So those guys are gonna be fighting for those top couple spots to see who Dan Quinn relies on more when it's crunch time. And Neville Gallimore and Bohanna, those guys are going to be fighting for some roster spots. So that's why I'm excited to keep my eye on those defensive tackles.
Position battle I'm going to keep an eye on is the tight end room. As you guys know, Dalton Schultz signed with the Houston Texans this past offseason. And who's going to replace that 577 yards, 57 catches, and 5 touchdowns? Well, in the draft, the Cowboys invested a high draft pick on Luke Shoemaker in the 2nd round, and I'm just excited to see what he can bring to the table alongside Jake Ferguson. I believe Jake Ferguson's going to be the day 1 starter, but let's see if Shoemaker makes a big impact and just changes this offense, clearing up those in the middle, making big plays for Dak Prescott. Next section. Most underrated player on the Dallas Cowboys.
Okay, I'm going with a player that's been underrated pretty much his whole career. And now that he's on the Cowboys, he's still being viewed the same way. I'm going Brandon Cooks. All he does is go to places and just produces. He had 6 seasons of over 1,000 yards, and I think he's gonna hit that with the Cowboys. Worst case scenario, he's like Brandon Cooks. I mean, not Brandon Cooks. Randall Cobb, when we brought him in, he had a little over 800 yards, so that's the worst case. But Brandon Cooks, he's one of the top wide receiver 2s in the league. I'm not saying he's the elite like with Devontae Smith and T. Higgins, but he's up there, and he could stretch the field, and he's gonna take pressure off CeeDee. So that's my most underrated player on the Cowboys.
We've been missing that speed on the outside, and let's see what Dak Prescott can do with Brandon Cooks this upcoming season. Now I'm going to go to the defense side of the ball. Another guy entering his 2nd year, but this guy could probably battle his way to a starting spot. I'd say Deron Bland. He made plays when his number was called. He had 5 interceptions, 7 pass deflections, and 54 tackles. You love to see that for a cornerback, especially in the slot, getting in there and making some plays. And I'm just hoping he has a bigger role in this Dan Quinn defense and maybe he beats out Jordan Lewis, who's coming off an injury, and you just like to have that depth at the cornerback position with Stephon Gilmore and Trayvon Diggs there at that position. Now, entering training camp, what is the biggest concern you have with this team?
Mine is the offensive line. There's going to be some shuffling from this past year going on. The starting five, I think it's going to be the best five. I hope so, but you never know with training camp, which I'm expecting Tyron Smith at left tackle, Tyler Smith at left guard, Biotish at center, Zach Martin, the future Hall of Famer, at right guard, and then right tackle is Steele. So hopefully that's the five, but you never know with the Cowboys because they like to shuffle them around. They want to give them versatility. We got Steele coming off an injury, so hopefully he could get back to that same form that he was in last year. And also Tyler Smith is going to have an adjustment to be going back to left guard after he was our left tackle for the majority of the year last year. So that's my biggest concern.
And a week before training camp, Zach Martin may be holding out.
Yeah.
He's unhappy with his contract. And, being a top guard in the league, he's not getting paid that way. So I believe he deserves the money. He's already a Hall of Famer lock along with Tyron Smith. Let's see if he could stay healthy. Yeah. But like you said.
Yeah, I'm just going to say pay the man, Pay the man. And another concern, we are bringing a new offensive line coach from Seattle, Mike Solari. He's coming from a good run scheme over there. So hopefully he brings that over here and we could continue, opening up those lanes for Tony Pollard.
My biggest concern, the kicker position. We struggled in the playoffs with Brett Maher. He couldn't make an extra point. But what did the Cowboys do in the offseason? Front office, they didn't invest anything. They brought in two no-names, Tristan Vizcaino and Brandon Aubrey. Little to no experience. How am I supposed to go in every Sunday putting my trust on the line with these kickers they're trying out there? And there's some free agent options, some veterans, but as of right now, nothing has happened for the Cowboys. And if we lose a close game, we just look back at this.
Yeah, same old story with the kickers.
Last but not least, expectations for this upcoming season.
Yeah, I got some bold ones for this. I just got to start the season off right. I got some bold expectations for this team. I think it's Super Bowl. I think getting to the Super Bowl is my expectation. Every year it's always like, oh, we got to go out one step. So get to the playoffs. All right, get to the playoffs. Get to the division round. Okay, get to the division round. But I think this time we just got to take two steps, okay? We're going to we're going to get to the conference, we're going to get past the conference, and then we're going to get to the Super Bowl, and then whatever happens, happens. So that's my expectation. I think we got a great roster. Mike McCarthy is going to take over play calling. Hopefully the offense adjusts to that. But I think the reason why I think Dak is going to have one of his best seasons, he's got the weapons. Tony Pollard, he's so explosive. The O-line, hopefully they stay healthy because those are good five starting up front. And then we got the young tight ends. So I think that's one of my reasons why I think they're gonna go to the Super Bowl. But and also a good defense. Dan Quinn is just building his defense. He's bringing in another defensive tackle that's gonna help with the run game where we struggled at times. But he should help. We're bringing in Stephon Gilmore, who people think is still a cornerback one in this league, and now he's going to be over here being our quarterback too. And then throwing those safeties that we have, it looks good. It's a pretty picture, and I just hope it holds up.
Honestly, for me, I'm just trying to take that next step. Okay? Let's get to the conference championship game, or the season's a bust, I believe. Because back-to-back years, we've lost to the San Francisco 49ers, and we just got to get past them. And I think these moves in the offseason, this is the closest thing our front office is going to get to a win-now mentality. Trading for star veterans, Brandon Cooks, Stephon Gilmore. I believe those two key pieces will help us take that next step. And also, as you mentioned, Mike McCarthy going to have more of a say in the offense, going to be calling plays with the new offensive coordinator, Brian Schottenheimer. I believe McCarthy feels the pressure, whether it's from Dan Quinn potentially replacing him, or just, I mean, say year after year after year, he hasn't got the job done. And he changed the whole offensive staff, basically. And I think he feels that pressure. I think with that pressure on his shoulder, will make it farther in this playoffs. Do you agree or no?
I agree, and I hope it works out like that.
Exactly.
Because McCarthy's been good for us, and hopefully he takes, that kick in the butt and takes the offense over the edge where we struggle at times in the playoffs.
With that being said, hope you guys enjoyed. Hit that like button, subscribe to the Star Vision YouTube channel, and hit those post notifications when we upload a new video. And don't forget to leave a comment down below. What are your thoughts on these questions we answered throughout the video? Stay safe and peace out.